Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Peace Luv Biz. I am Steve Higgins, your host with the most. Mary just asked me what my name is today, and it's the punching bag because with tax season, I feel like I've gone 12 rounds with Mike Tyson. And what was your response, Mary?
Just bite his ear off.
Yeah, so
Which is why we started this with Steven laughing.
just laughing hysterically, yeah. Oh gosh, how are you faring, Mary? Are you surviving?
You know, you know what I love about us? There's a lot of things, but I love that no matter how much crap comes our way, we get over it. We power through it. And we could never do this when we work for other people. But because we work for ourselves and we make the decisions and we do this together and we do an amazing job together, we don't take any shit.
Yeah, I think I'm starting to learn the boundaries too, and it's just in terms of I'm no longer taking that crap from people. We've
hmm
we are professionals. We deserve to be treated like professionals, and so
hmm
it shouldn't be that difficult. Um, but
Absolutely.
we are talking on May 1st, the last day of tax day of the
For Florida
tax
residents,
for Florida residents. Obviously where we're
you can still
based.
do, there's extensions. Of course, there's extensions. And Little Miss, I told you this the other day, and you were like, oh, I didn't even realize that. If you're getting a refund, you don't need an extension. What are you asking for more time to file taxes for? Because they owe you money back? Think about it.
Yeah, they're not gonna go banging on your door to give you money.
Right.
It's not like a lottery win or anything.
Right. They don't
um,
care. They're
what is
like,
it? The
please don't
Valpak?
file. Yeah,
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 the
yeah.
Valpak.
Uh,
Oh God, back in the UK, it used to be called the postcode lottery, where people would bang on the door and show the giant checks.
oh yeah,
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 yeah. But since it's the last day officially, and we are determined to make it a tax season, not a tax year, which will happen.
yeah.
Um, we're going to look at kind of take a look back on this tax season, review a lot of the common challenges, figure out some of the successes, and figure out a few tips for everybody that's listening so that you can be better prepared for next year. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
anybody that still hasn't filed taxes, you're welcome to reach out. Today is the last day for extensions for specific states. Some people have already gone past that. But go to peacelovebizz.com, submit a contact form, and we will get back to you pretty quickly.
Uh-huh.
But tax
Well, and
season.
I'll say this, even with extensions. So if you do owe, right, and you do file an extension, there's literally no difference because you still have to pay interest on what you owe. If you set up a payment plan, you get interest on it. There's really no difference. I mean, I'm not saying don't file an extension. I'm just saying like the importance on extensions really goes out the door once you're 3 years behind. So if you haven't
Hmm.
filed taxes in 3 years, telling you to file an extension for your 2024 is literally causing a red flag. So
And
yeah,
it's almost like trying to buff a dent out of the side of a car door that's already been totaled and it's missing the front
right,
end.
right.
Like
It's that.
so.
So it's like, I mean, I'm not filing. There's nothing. I'm doing returns. I have 78 and counting, and that's it. But I think I don't know.
Well, I
I
keep
thought it
adding
was
more to your
78.
plate. Yeah, I'm not helping because I keep adding more to your plate. So, um, yeah. Either way, we still have room to help. If you haven't filed taxes in a few years, then just get with us. We can help get you straightened out.
I lied. I'm at 94, so I don't know how many. But
I yeah, I was gonna say I've probably added about 20 to you in the last
yeah,
couple
I
weeks. I
kind of
don't
keep
know.
forgetting that and go, oh, okay, I'm down to 70, and I'm like, wait, oh, I forget
Yeah,
you added. So, but yeah, I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is.
Um, so how do you feel about the way tax season's gone? Like from a you perspective, And
I think it we fared through it. And I think the challenge this year is that we had an immense amount of growth, and we were putting structures in place as we were growing, and then we kept growing, and then we kept growing, which is great. Um, but it's like the city of Orlando. I remember when I used to live there, I went on vacation and I came back, and 2 weeks after I came back on John Young Parkway, there was a brand new car dealership. Um, John Young, and I can't remember what the cross street was, but it was before Florida Mall. But I remember driving down it, and all of a sudden there was this huge, I mean, it was like a four-level car dealership that did not exist there 2 weeks prior.
the Ford dealership, probably.
Yeah, yeah, yep, that's the
I
one.
know that one. Yeah,
I will never forget it. We went on vacation. I was married at the time. We came on vacation to Dominican Republic. We got back. We were driving, and I was like, "Where the hell did that thing come from?" Like 2 weeks, and I feel like that's what happened with us. Like all of a sudden, we have all this stuff going on, and we have great people backing us, but it was like then they were like, "Oh crap, there's more work, and there's more work, and there's more work."
yeah,
So I think we did. I mean, I think both of us are really hard on ourselves, but I think that we really navigated through a really hard season, and we're coming out of it. We'll be wrapped up, and things will be in tight little bows within 21 days, as all of our people are getting notice today. The only delay is if they're delayed. So if they're delayed, then that's not getting filed. But you
yeah.
know,
And that's really the theme of this episode is
hmm
if you want to keep asking where your taxes are, but you're the one that hasn't filled out an organizer or you haven't provided a document, then
or you
what
provided it
do you
yesterday.
yeah, or you provided it in the last 2 days and then all of a sudden you think you're the most important person in the world. You're a little deluded. Like, you're
Well,
crazy.
it's kind of like we're not McDonald's. Like you don't want us to be McDonald's.
No.
If I had McDonald's right now, I would probably be sick to my stomach because of the processed food. It's quick. It's well, it's not even quick anymore. But from what you told me, but you know, as you drink it, but it's it's processed food, so it's ready.
Yeah.
It's heat up and go. It's not cooked meals. It's not you know Whole Foods or whatever you guys have there. It's not it's not farm fresh. It takes
It,
time. What we do is it takes time because we do it organically. We make sure everything is done. Those are mills. The people that turn out those tax returns like that, those are tax mills. We're not a
it,
tax mill.
and they don't take care. All they do is they enter the numbers that you provide. They don't look for
Yeah.
ways to save money, to reduce liability.
hmm
And I'm not going to say that that's what's wrong with our industry. Kind of is. But people think that it is as simple as just filing it and punching numbers in and doing that. The
Yeah.
problem for us
No.
is that we show care. You show more
hmm
care than you probably should. Um,
What's the
but
favorite expression? To our detriment.
to our detriment, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, so, what are some of the common issues that we're running into with people? Um,
I think working with us is a new experience for them, and that's great. And it should be because of what we're talking about. Um, I think it's a learning curve for our clients. And for me, it's painful because it's a constant reminder of how different we are from the industry average. We're a very unique firm. I mean, it says it in the naming and it says it in our branding, the holistic accounting firm. Um, I don't think it's like being in a bad relationship for ages and then you have a good one and you're like, oh, is this the way it was always supposed to be? Because I didn't know that.
in that case, though, with those kinds of relationships, you find yourself fighting more because you go back to the old ways because it's such an abnormal state of true functionality. Like, your body and your mind fights against the
Yeah.
good stuff that you're getting. Um, so yeah. Uh,
And we go through it with our clients, but to our point, you and I have been through hell and back, and we've worked for real jerks, and it's taken. You are now comfortable just making decisions and doing stuff. Like, what, for 9 months you'd be asking me, and I'm like, dude, it's you and I, do it.
yeah.
And so it does take time with our clients. Um, and we try to understand that, but our clients need to remember that this is different.
Yeah.
This is going to be a different experience for you.
Well, and we always kind of set the expectation that we're not transactional. We're not just going to say see you next tax season, which I will
Hmm.
have those shirts made. Um,
So excited for that.
yeah. Um, but it, if you want the wham bam thank you ma'am of McDonald's tax filing, it's what TurboTax is for. That's what some CPA firms are for that just are a tax cattle market essentially.
Hmm. Yeah, that's a
Um,
good way to put it.
so please have a little grace, have a little patience, like
Hmm.
trust that we do the best for you. Anybody on our side, they've all got their extensions or whatever they needed to so that they're straight. Like
Oh yeah,
just give us the chance to get straight.
yeah,
um,
yeah, absolutely. And so getting into like what people need to do, I would say for starters, uh, when you get a tax document, it's a tax document because it has numbers like 1099, 1098,
1065,
W-2, 10, you when you receive those from places, hold on to them. And if you're a client of ours,
1095G.
you just take a picture of it and you upload it into your portal. And then we
Yeah,
have it. Literally, that's all you have to do. You fill out the organizer, you upload your documents. If you have a business and we handle it, we have everything else. We do.
yeah,
And then it's done.
yeah. For those people that aren't monthly clients and they need their taxes filing, they with us obviously it's a different process because we make sure they're cleaned up, do the best for them. So what is that type of process like?
Well, I mean, the people that, quote, do their own books, they're signing off on an engagement letter that says that they're solely responsible for their own bookkeeping, those numbers.
Hmm.
Wouldn't advise that I would advise to have us review them, pay us to review them, pay us to make sure they're right. Because if you knowingly or unknowingly file fraudulent numbers, you may not like the word fraudulent, but that's what it is. Knowingly or unknowingly, a mistake is fraudulent when you put it on a tax document. So, you know, you want it's be don't play the game. You're better safe than sorry.
Yeah. Um, what do you? I was gonna before you jumped into the tips. I was gonna say, what do you think has worked well this year? Because I think Canopy and some of the systems we got in place have helped.
Oh,
Uh,
for sure. Canopy has been amazing. Canopy, I think, one of the best software decisions we have made.
yeah,
Um,
I
it's
agree.
it's really navigated just a lot. It would have been crazy without Canopy, to be honest.
Yeah.
It would have been crazy. Canopy was great.
Um, I think having an emotional support animal has helped you. Um,
Oh, outside of software, you are. the best thing that happened this year for me. Absolutely.
I'm paying the
Doing
price
this
for it,
business
but
with
yeah.
you, doing this with you, yeah. Yeah, but it's always painful in the beginning. It'll
Yeah.
be easy peasy.
Oh, you say that till next
You know
year,
it.
and then, you know.
No, in 2 months, life will be a lot easier. We just need to get
Oh,
out of all
I'm
this
just
hell
thinking
of
about tax.
cleanup, this hell of. Now, I'm thinking about the tax, and then I'm thinking about all the cleanups we have, and the. I'm looking at a paper because it has a list of all my reports that I need to double check that are done, and that's the other thing is we still have to produce monthly reports. We still have to go through file sales tax. We still have to go through file payroll stuff. We still have to go through. We're onboarding new people. So it's not just tax. Like, you know, it's not just when I go to the salon, she's cutting my hair that day. That's it. And coloring my hair that day. That I'm the only client at that moment. I'm not her only client forever. So like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. And that's it. We've got payroll that we're trying to take care of. We've got, um,
and rolling out new services.
yeah,
Got building credit, repairing credit individually, building credit, repairing credit for businesses. We have your services we're rolling out. Um, we're in the middle of um,
the
moving
MPO.
everybody to a new payroll people that we're partnering with. Absolutely amazing. So we're in the middle of rolling all that out. And then we have our projects planned out for the next year. And then we have still tax planning for 2025 to do with all of our clients. Getting the team, because the team has just been kind of keeping it together. We have weekly team meetings that we're doing so that they can start learning it from my 30 years of experience, because these people have like five. So once I explain to them, they're like, oh, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's brilliant. Let's start doing these weekly meetings. So now we have weekly meetings every Saturday morning to go through different stuff that we have going on. So,
Yep. Well, I think we're going to take a lot from this year because obviously it's my first year with you in tax season.
yeah.
Sorry, tax hell. Um, um, I think that next year we're going to have vacation scheduled or something like so that we have that decompression time. Um,
Oh, I'll tell you, I'm not doing, after we get out of cleaning up, getting structure, everything in place, and you and I have vacations planned this year, or time off. I'm not doing 7 days a week anymore. I am too old for it mentally. I can't do
yes, you
it.
are.
I literally just collapse at night.
Um, yeah, we
I
need we
burn
need to
out,
get
and
you
and
some.
we're all about balance, and I'm burning myself out all the time. But in fairness, I have been burning myself out like my whole entire adult life. So I'm just now learning to not burn out, which is, I mean, honestly, our whole business is me learning from my mistakes. That's where it all came from.
That's what business is, isn't it? It's just failing forward. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so,
Mm-hmm.
okay. So let's talk end of season tips to make life easy for us and other preparers next year. So, organizing financial records, um, you know, postseason analyses.
Analyses.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know, financial checkups, bank reconciliations, all of that stuff. What would you say are some really top three kind of important um,
I would say
tips for
like
business owners?
once, you know, I'm a very, OCD, which we all know. We've talked about this in prior podcasts. In case you don't know, I'm very OCD. Um, put a
Really?
reminder in for the 5th of the month to download all your bank statements, to double check, anything going on in your bank account. Take time to review that. See if you did receive anything that you were putting off this past month that was tax related or business related that you need to communicate. Take that minute. Definitely trust us. We're here for you. But like if I'm not a example, if you're a monthly client and I don't have guest access to your bank accounts, I can't pull your bank statements. And yes, I do want to say this because we did have somebody go, I've had this said to me in the past, but it just so happened that someone said it to me yesterday, and they went, "You still reconcile your checking account?" And I was like, I don't even know how to respond to that.
Yeah. Well, why wouldn't you? Do you want to miss stuff and have
Like you
fraudulent
that
activity, or
that's the point. Like
yeah, it's a reconciliation.
I was like,
Like,
and literally very few times in my life do I not have words. Is that true or not?
that is no, that's not true.
Yeah, all right. I had no words. I just sat there. I just kept looking at the email. I still haven't responded to the email, to be honest with you, to that part of it. I was just like, I can't. I can't.
Yeah, that's scary. Um, well, I know that on our plan is to look at tax planning and tax advisory and look at strategies to avoid paying more tax than they did the last year. Um,
Hmm.
so we have that planned out, but that's definitely something that people want to think about and get that professional to do that with you. Even
Absolutely.
if you're an individual, you know, making good money or you just change jobs or something like that, where it could be you're coming into more money, you've had a life event where things have changed. It's possible you could be going into a different tax bracket and it
Hmm.
could mess you up. Um, which is why having a professional look through your stuff makes a massive difference. Um, and
Oh,
the
for
other
sure.
thing, yeah, I was going to say one of the other things as well is stay up to date. If you see tax law updates or follow people that keep track of that and really talk about that kind of stuff as well. Um,
And I do want to say this. Please look at like something like Journal of Accountancy or one of the major news outlets that let you know we're now up to the fifth new person in charge of the IRS. Love that. Please do not send me crap from TikTok. And I don't believe we have a TikTok. We don't have a TikTok, do
we
we? I don't know.
Not yet.
No.
We
Okay.
will eventually.
When we do, by all means, if it's my stuff, you can go ahead and let me know. I already know it. Whatever. But I don't want. Please don't send me anything from TikTok. Like that makes me twitch as much as the word spreadsheet. So,
Spreadsheet, spreadsheet, spreadsheet.
but
Um,
yeah, I mean, tax
yeah,
updates, tax all updates, all that. Yeah, great. It's great. Just get it from a reputable source.
yeah, and oh god, speaking of reputable sources, it's important to know what to ask your tax accountant, and I think we've got a list that we'll put online, put on a blog or something. But a few that I kind of liked were, what additional deductions or credits should I have considered? Which we would do all of that for people as part of what we do, and that's where the difference between that cattle farm or the, uh, you know, farm fresh, whatever you want to call it,
Right. Hmm.
that makes a difference.
Well,
But
also Canopy does ask those questions. So we had a lot of people that were like, they didn't bother filling it out. They filled out part of it. They didn't complete it. It literally takes you step by step by step, asking you all the questions.
yeah,
Pay attention.
yeah, and what trends in the finances would make a difference.
Hmm.
there's so many questions that people don't think about, and we've talked about it before, but life events make a massive difference, whether it's buying a house, buying a car, somebody passes
Hmm.
away. There's different things that can affect your taxes. Um,
Hmm.
I know that we don't know the final number yet because we're still doing taxes, but probably saved what people about $500,000 in taxes almost, probably.
I think that was already there. I don't know
Yeah,
the latest update. We got to go through and update everything, but
but
that was the last. The last one was we were at a 500,000
yeah,
between savings and refunds. And at that
um,
point, we had only processed, I think, 70 returns at that point.
yeah.
Um, so yeah.
Um, my point there was though is that can be the difference between, and a lot of that is those life events that we are taking account for
Hmm.
because we have that relationship with the clients. Um,
Hmm.
Getting that relationship with your preparer is huge. And if you feel like you're not getting that level of service that you want, if you're okay with that level of service, then that's okay for you. Like, I'm not
Hmm.
judging. People want different levels.
Yeah.
If you want to go to that next level, definitely get with us. Go to peacelovbiz.com and schedule some time. We'll sit down, we'll go through stuff with you, and we'll see you next month. Like, we
Yeah.
won't see you next tax season because we'll be talking along
Yeah,
the way. Um,
absolutely.
so what I would recommend is stay up to date. We have regular blog posts. We have emails going out informing and updating everybody. Um, Final thoughts, Mary. What would you
Um,
say? Is
you
there a
know,
message?
I just think that if you want transactional service, um, you don't want someone to get to know you and know what you're doing. You just want to get it done. That's fine for you. That's just not what we offer. What we offer is literally a relationship. I was on the phone.
Times 50. I remember that. Working in the restaurant, you'd go home and you'd make a pot noodle. Like, yeah. Um, yeah. We're gonna make it. Um, yeah. I think that's a pretty good place to wrap it up. So, if you know anybody that's struggling to get their taxes done, please pass them over. We can help them. If you trust yourself with us, I feel like you should be able to trust other people with us, hopefully. um, but yeah, you're welcome to reach out through socials, through the website, phone numbers. We'll take care of you. Um, until next time, guys, we are Peace Luv Biz, where peace of mind meets the bottom line. Until next time, have a peaceful week. Bye.